Well, hello, Sonder family. It is good to see you today. It's a wonderful Wednesday, and I am so glad that you guys are gathering. And my chat box just went behind the camera stuff. Here we go. Yes, Julia just asked, you have way more permissions. Yes, because at the end of our social this evening, you have the option of turning on your cameras and sharing the work that you've done. So
Oh,
we're a little bit different than the other webinars that we do. I think this particular Zoom room is set up as a meeting. And so that does give you more permissions. And that said, let me introduce our stage manager. We have Bailey dialing in. And so if you have any questions or anything happens this evening, she is on that other end to manage the extra permissions. But we're hoping we don't have any gremlins tonight. I am Jennifer Ogilvy, and I'm coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area where last week we were sweating, and this week we have this cool weather that blew through. And I was actually digging in my garden right before this social, just taking advantage of that cool breeze in the air. And we had a lot of wet. So I was putting stuff in the wet ground. I am so glad you're here. I don't know if you have started your page yet. So if you have already joined us earlier in the month, this is the third coloring social, and we are going to be you'll get to hear the same music again, but hopefully some of you guys haven't joined us yet, and you'll just be engaging with this beautiful mandala this month. So let's see. You know about, I hope, the self care raffle that you are now entered in by attending a social. And just, let this night be about you. You have carved out this space and this time for your meditation practice. And that's truly what coloring is. It engages your brain the same way that your brain would be engaged if you were sitting for a quiet meditation. So it's a very important practice. And there goes my crazy computer. I don't know why I don't know what you guys can see, but oh my goodness. Anyhow, let's see. I've covered up. Hold on one second. Please bear with me. I'm so sorry. There we go. All righty. So, as you know, we have been digging in to empowerment. And I will mention, if you don't have yourself on mute, be sure to mute yourself right now. And then empowerment has been our theme this month. And I don't know about you guys, but I have really enjoyed digging in and getting to really look at where the power in my life comes from. It's so good to have that monthly theme to lean into and figure out how we can grow and maybe discover things that we didn't know we needed. I think I got unmuted. I hope you guys can hear me now. Or I think I got muted. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So let's take a look at our agenda. We'll start off with a quick empowerment activity, and we're going to dig into our coloring, and then we will close. I'll share my playlist at the end. If you have already joined us this month, you have seen this empowerment activity. So if this is your first time, then what we're going to do is write the word empowered vertically on a page. And if you notice, I used those extra pages from April that were at the front of our May journal this month to do this. And then I want you to think about what you can write that helps you, or things that you have done that makes you feel your inner power. And this is my example. If you've already done this before, I want you to stretch this activity and choose one or two of those phrases that you might have done at a previous coloring social and write to those phrases or those words that make you feel empowered. How? Why? What do you discover? One of the things I would really lean into would be my be curious and not judgmental. And how does that empower me? So I'm going to play a song while you respond to this, and then I'll come back. All righty? All righty. I'm laughing. Lindsay just posted in the chat that she made it home to find the neighbor's cat had broken into her house and raided her pantry. Oh boy, what a thing. We're so glad you're here, Lindsay. You definitely need to spend some time with us in your coloring practice. So I hope you found that activity encouraging as you continue to discover how empowerment plays in to your life for the rest of this month in May and beyond. So, welcome to the mandala coloring tonight. I found this and couldn't wait to share it with the coloring socials. I've started coloring to manage my stress and anxiety. So, if you've had a really bad day, this just may be what you need for your mandala tonight. I thought that was kind of a funny graphic to share and couldn't wait to share it with you guys. It'll make us feel so calm when we're finished, right? And speaking of that, you know by being here that you are practicing a mindfulness meditation that really your brain does think that you are in a meditative state. And when that happens, you are able to manage your stress better. You have higher levels of confidence. You become more resilient and able to problem solve in a more effective way. So taking this time is so good for you. So I'm so glad that you've got it on your calendar and you carved out this time to spend with the Sonder family tonight. I was very excited about our picture this month, our coloring page. A mandala is such a beautiful symbol. It is a Sanskrit word and it literally means circle. And that a circle is very empowering. As you know, it's this unbroken image. When we marry, we put this circle around our ring, around our finger, because it is unbroken. That is so strong and so empowering. Um, Mandalas have one center point, and then this these beautiful symbols are, just emanate from the middle outward, and they have organic forms and they're very geometrical. And if you think about it, they are found all over in nature. Think about flowers growing or snowflakes or the way a pine cone looks. um, they're a very symbolic symbol for, or they're very meaningful because they're spirituality, and they represent the connection of ourselves. Think of yourself in the middle to the rest of the universe as it emanates outwards. So it's a really beautiful uh, page to color during this very mindful meditation. The psychologist Carl Jung is actually credited with introducing the mandalas to Western society because he did a lot of research on the unconscious things that happen in your brain as you are being creative, as you are making art. And he believed that the mandalas and then that urge to create them were kind of could be associated with an urge to balance the self while navigating life's changes. So it's so much more than just this fun image. Oh, that's so cool. Jasmine just posted it was her first actual tattoo, and it means a lot to her. You chose a very good symbol. So again, they can represent the connection between inner worlds and outer reality. I've chosen some samples that I've seen on Sonder Club to share with you, just to let you know that this is your practice and it will look like you created it, not like anybody else. It's about what you are doing as you put pen to paper. There's a lot of techniques up here. So you can see this person did the full page. This person did a lot of the minutia and all those little shapes and patterns. And I'm going to share a tip, which I do when we gather together. These two are mandalas that I did. These petals are all done in one color per petal with my colored pencils, and then I just went a little bit darker to highlight. That's one way to kind of tackle if it bothers your hands to get really tiny with some of those shapes. Then another tip is to just draw patterns over the existing page. You could do squiggles, circles. I did a hash mark with a ruler. I just traced a ruler and then just color in those blocks. And it's a way to have your practice, but save your hands if that's something that you need to do, or you're just really pressed for time and you've given yourself this one moment to sit and have this meditation. They are stunning, Lindsay, Nicole. They're just beautiful. The one that is down on the right, I always have to think my right and my left hand. That is done with one color, just varying shades of using that one color, and then a beautiful quote has been put across there. So there's a lot of different ways that you can make this mandala yours. So there's our coloring page. I'm going to show you one other slide about mandalas. If you have just started tackling this page, or maybe you're still working on it, you're not quite, but finished, but you've got plenty to do. Starting in the center and working outwards can be a very symbolic thing. Remember, I was talking about it can kind of represent ourself going out into that universe. So, one of the ways you might start this page is to imagine that that center heart is the deepest part of you, right? And how do you feel there and what color represents that? And then the inner rings that kind of come out can be your heart and soul and how you feel on the deepest level. And then as you move outward, you're moving into the world, the different areas of your universe, your family, your friends, your work, your interest. So you could choose colors that associate those things for you. And then, most importantly, keep in mind that there's no way you're going to get this wrong because this meditative activity is for you. So you can just color it for the joy of coloring. But I'm going to stop talking and let you get to some music. I do have a little bit of a theme going. We'll see if you can guess what it is. Okay, I'm just checking back in. I want you guys to take some deep breaths and notice how you're feeling. Some of you've already shared in the chat that it felt like we were chilling and maybe enjoying a lovely meal at a fancy restaurant. Um, so notice how you feel when you are being mindful of your coloring practice. Hopefully, you've shifted into kind of a quieter frame of mind. Um, Coloring mandalas specifically can be a really cool alternative to journaling for self care. Sometimes there are days that you may not have the words or feel like you can write the words. You just don't feel like it, and that's okay. Attempting to describe how you feel, especially during a challenging time, can sometimes even add more pressure, and you get that kind of block. So, as an alternative to writing, coloring, but coloring mandalas specifically, can really tap into that natural creativity that you have, and you create space to express yourself without that needing to fill in a ton of words. And then sometimes it will even leave you ready to then process and write. So consider, turning to those coloring pages on days that may be a little rough, because it is a great way to express yourself through the coloring page. So we're going to go back to our coloring. I'll check in a moment. Oops, sorry. Went on to another song. Um, yes. So thank you for loving the circular playlist tonight. I had a lot of fun pulling those songs out. I am going to stop our share. Let's see if I can figure this out. And let's see here. And if you'd like to show your mandala work, you are invited to do so now. And you guys can take a look at your Sonder fam. Let's see. I lost our music. I had a song to play during this. I was telling Bailey. I don't know what happened. So, oh, you guys, they look fabulous. Look at that. Super duper. Oh, you guys have some wonderful, wonderful. Here we go. I've got another little song. Woo, woo. That's a little bit on the loud side. You guys, I'm seeing lots and lots of different expressions and some bold colors, some pastels. They look wonderful. And it's good to see your faces. You guys can kind of be able to put names to faces on there. Awesome. So some people look like you're just about finishing up. That's excellent. Love it. Jamie started in the middle. I see that. Awesome, you guys. You can't flip your camera around. I understand, Mary. I get all back and forth. You know what? Stephanie says I'm a slow color. Stephanie, it is awesome to spend time carve out those appointments with yourself. Be as slow as you need to escape the world. I love it. Love it. Love it. Oh, thank you guys for popping on. Bailey colored with us. Yay. Oh, Bailey, your heart kind of matches your nails. It looks awesome. All righty. Let's see if I can figure out how to get us. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. I'm having a little bit, my screen moved and covered. Let's go back. Alrighty. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. So let's see. This is the time. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I've lost my music page. Hold on one sec. Here we go. Sorry about that. All this technology gets me. I've got a couple of screens going. And so this is the end of our time together. If you're not already part of Sonder Club, and I know I saw lots of familiar names, so I know that. Um, Many of you are, but feel free to scan this QR code, or actually, I'll go to the next slide. The QR code for the Sonder Club is there on the left. The QR code in the middle is to take the survey. And then I'm hearing that you guys are loving the YouTube link for the social recordings. Just keep in mind that those recordings do not have our chat in them. It just doesn't render over, and give us about 2 business days to post those to the YouTube channel. It takes a couple of days to render the video and kind of go through all the copyrighted songs and make sure everything is on the up and up. I'm so glad that you joined us today. And as promised, there is our Circle Sanskrit Mandala playlist for our social tonight. And I'm going to send us out with one more circular song. You guys have a great rest of the month, leaning into empowerment. Be sure to carve out time to take care of your meditation by finishing that coloring page. And then I will see you for June's coloring page. I cannot wait. You guys have a great, great evening.
Find the wheel, and it goes round, round, round as it spins along with a happy sound as it goes along the ground, ground, ground till it leads you to the ones you love. And your love will hold you round, 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 and your heart's a song with a brand new sound, and your head goes spinning round, 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 'cause you found what you've been dreaming of. Oh, in the night, see the lights, the moon going round and round in tune, and the fall of snow in the day makes them all wanna say, find a song, and sing it round, 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 and with ties so strong that your hearts are bound. Hold them near, the ones you found, 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 for you know that this is really love. Find a wheel, and it goes round, round, round as it spins along with a happy sound as it goes along the ground, ground, ground till it leads you to the ones you love. And your love will hold you round, 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 and your heart's a song with a brand new sound, and your head goes spinning round, 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 'cause you found what you've been dreaming of. In the night, you see the lights of the moon going round and round in tune, and the fall of snow in the day makes them all wanna say, find a song and sing it round, 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 and with ties so strong that your hearts are bound. Hold them near, the ones you found, 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 for you know that this is really love. Find a song, for you know that this is really love. Yeah, you know that this is really love.